Hey, what is going on, everyone? Hope you guys have a fantastic day today. We have something a bit special here. This was a request from a good buddy of mine, Beast of the East, better known as General Wiener, on YouTube. Check out the man's channel. He posts some great content. Today we are doing a 2 versus 2 Battle Zones match on the Ronsi map, one of the Liberation DLC's maps. And we were requested by Beast to run the German defensive doctrine, which I hate. Hate defensive doctrines. Other than the US and the UK, I guess now, defensive just isn't my favorite. It's good for the defense, not really for the offense. Not a lot of offensive capabilities. The squads aren't the best either, but Beast requested I try it out, so we are going to see what we can do here. Maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know. We're going to try to use the Goliaths as much as we can and see if we can do anything with those. This might be a good map for it. We've got plenty of bocage and like hidden lanes that we might be able to sneak a Goliath up through. So maybe we'll get lucky and ultimately clear some big units off the map with some Goliaths here. But we do have two apparently pretty good players on the other team. I know one of them. One of them is Skynet. Played a couple games against him. He's been featured on the channel before. He's a pretty decent player. This game is the first game that I'm playing with this It's Hunter 420 guy. He apparently knows these other guys fairly well. We get a nice ambush there on our opponent. Both guys are playing as the UK. So we will have to be a little cognizant of that. There's some pretty heavy hitter DP units that could be on our way here. We get a fat grenade. He's probably microing elsewhere, but we do manage to, I believe, clear out this entire section. So we're going to take the southeast, which is what we set out to do. We're going to kind of set up the boys in some decent positions, and we're kind of cutting the map in half right now. Teammate is struggling to clear out the northwest area. Ideally, we would have wanted to push harder there, probably. We're kind of splitting it now, and then the fight is just going to be in the center, which usually when that happens, it is a long game. So we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully we can push these guys out sooner rather than later. But as you can see, they are just set up in these buildings in the point. Faust finally does something there. Unlike some of the other Liberation buildings, that is one that can be destroyed by a Faust, it looks like. Yeah, urban is tough, like our guy is saying. A lot of places to have. So Skynet, yeah. Skynet with a Piat right to our face, of course. Nice nade there as well to clear out the rest. He's doing the same thing we were doing to him, so I get it. House for Fiats. Piats. Think of the Italians here now. But they're gonna slowly tick up until we can kind of get into this point. Teammate really hasn't been able to push far. He's kind of setting up like a blocking detachment on the end of this town, and then looks like he's just kind of applying some light pressure on that far left. We've got nothing really on our side other than this squad now cutting through the middle, so we'll try to angle ourselves, kind of cut them off. Man, it looks like there's a couple units behind this hedge that we can kind of see, so we'll see if we maybe can get a guy behind the backside, get some nades over it. I like the bocage maps, really for that reason. There's a lot of opportunities to flank, to hide. I know a lot of people don't like them, but you can get some pretty nice nades if your opponent isn't expecting it. But we do hit tier 1. And there's no reason for us to buy anything yet. We are going to get this TNT and throw it into the building, though. We'll blow this one sky high. Looks like we got a half track coming up here. We do have some boys on the wrong side of the wall. Looks like armored infantry squad from the Brits. I believe that is the offensive doctrine. Trying to see what we can get. I don't really want to get a vehicle yet. I want to save MP and kind of play a counter game. So for now, we'll just bring up an AT team to that side. It should be plenty effective. Oh my god, that guy just got gunned down by the Thompson. These guys are going hardcore in the middle, and they're pushing too, which is not the best. Looks like our teammates trying to make a push on that northwest side, but I don't know how effective his push is becoming. With the defensive doctrine, we do have engineers built into the units, which is always great. So I know there are a lot of people that do like the defensive doctrine. Obviously, those squads are huge for digging in. I just don't think digging in is that good all the time. There's moments where it could be, but just overshoot. Could get a Panzer III. He's backing off, though. So, we'll hold. We still got plenty of MP. We could get armored car, 251 by 1, but it's really just a half track over there. So, we'll go for our first Goliath call-in, though. We'll send the Goliath up. It's going to take a second to get up here. I don't know how that guy just tanked a bunch of MP40 rounds. That's kind of crazy. Clearly, I saw blood splattered on. I think the game didn't recognize it for some reason. AT team is up. We're going to get them on the other side of that hedge. Try to get some ambush shots going. Digging these boys kind of down the end of the road. There's some flanking fire. Looks like teammate is finally calling it on that left push, so he's going to dig in. So we'll tell him to kind of help us in the center now. And we will finally bring in a 251 on this flank now that we do have kind of an abundance of infantry coming out. And we did also send the 2 engineers that we get with the Goliath call-in this way on the Kettengrad. We're going to do some defensive work, even though I don't like doing it. This is actually a pretty okay-ish map to do that, I would say. And I'll show you why in a second here. Saying there's an officer somewhere. I don't know if it would be in that building. It's pretty far up. They got a mortar that's hitting us as he's calling it out. We dodge a Piod with the Goliath. It's chasing us down though. We're gonna self-destruct because I don't think we were gonna go any further. I don't know the most efficient way to blow that thing up. I don't think it's self-destructing. Anyone who uses this doctrine and knows the Goliath, please let me know. I'd love to give this another try in the future. Try to utilize these, but I don't quite recall if there's a quick way you can blow it up. Is it F? Is it you have to self-destruct? You right click, left click, maybe left click. I don't know. Let me know. I'd appreciate it. I think Goliath on a map like this could be so beneficial, especially once you use the kind of clear new paths through the bocage. For anyone that doesn't know, you can use TNT, use heavy HE, so like say Brumbar, Sturm Tiger. I think the 105s will do them as well, and the Shermans. Obviously, Soviet heavy HE as well, but you can blow up the bocage to give yourself more lanes and open up flanks. So definitely recommend doing that. But we'll get the engineers off, and now we're gonna kind of protect off this point with some barbed wire. What we're gonna try to do is just barbed wire it off, and then we can kind of forget about bringing as much infantry and whatnot over to that side. Because if we make it harder for them to push, that should be just as beneficial. Looks like teammate is defensive doctrine. He is going to go with the Brumbar. Kind of clear out these buildings. Got to make it there, though, considering they're already at 700. 1140. This could be over before we even get to the Brumbar being up here. Looks like our half track is getting hit by a staghound, I believe. We do manage to get it behind and back into the point. Bocage should help us. We're gonna spam grenades. I switched the hotkey to spacebar for this. I prefer it. I know Maxkov 4 also prefers it. It's just easier to spam. And then having to hit the F1 key repeatedly. The Volkssturm Zerg approaches. Doing our best. Trying to get into this point, but we're not really able to do much in terms of the cap value. Bringing up a Shrek. We're going to try to put a round into this building. Aiming for the roof of the building that can be destroyed is always a good idea, because the debris will rain down and kill occupants like that. Try again with the Faust. They got another guy. There's a rat right around this corner, though. These liberation maps are so ratty. So many places to hide. But we have got to make some moves here, because they're now at 740. Looks like we'll likely make it to tier 2, but if we don't make some moves now and start relieving some of this pressure, there's no way we last long. But we are getting some nice nades over buildings and into the buildings as well. We're able to at least neutralize the cap for a second until mortar wipes us out. Trying to get anybody that's not in the point kind of set up in the point if we can here. Man, looks like our first line of barbed wire is done. We'll have this guy barbed wire off the wall as well. That way, if they push and they try to run or jump over the wall, they're gonna go right into the barbed wire. So they'll either get stuck or it won't let them do it to begin with. And we'll also use the other one to start barbing off the entrances through the bocage on our side. Looks like we are finally able to decap. We use a Faust on a flamer. Looks like he's gonna get the Brumbauer out immediately. how that nade didn't kill the flamer there. That one does, though, thankfully. Trying to set up as best as we can. We've got options in tier 2. The flak might be a good buy. Jagdpanzer IV early is probably our best buy. We'd also go with a 12-centimeter mortar, but kind of depends on what we need, I think. I don't really want to buy them necessarily. There's a plane coming out. I do believe that is probably a recon plane from the UK player. We're going to try to get a sneaky Shrek up on this half track. Let's just sit down the field, and we do. So there's a recon. He obviously sees the Brumbar coming. I do call in AA to try to take this guy out. Perfect timing. Try to get him out of the way. Pinged. Well, let's see. Probably a Churchill of some type. Gonna finish off the pilot. And we're trying to get these boys up and in again. They have managed to flip us, but we are just pulling in tier 1, tier 2 squads at the moment. Nothing big. We're just cycling between them and our guilds. Brumbar went off. Looks like he was going to the border. Is a Churchill. Knowing their doctrines, probably they're an AVRE. Yeah, I'd like to. Got plenty. We do go with our second Goliath calling. Oh, so far, I mean, 17 minutes, we've only spent 10 DP. But we'll send the Goliath up. AVRE gets a great shot on the Blau Legion that we called in, wiping them off. We're gonna blow up the Kettengrad. I don't really need them, especially the engineer. I really just want the Goliaths, but what it is. Trying to see if I can get up to the AVRE. I didn't know if I can maybe put a shot over that wall. You can't. Tried to break the wall. Can't do that either. There's a Lewis gun laying around somewhere. Just absolutely wrecked us from the commandos. And we're just slowly, they're ticking up. Oh, we just missed that nade too. Just a nade battle in the center right now. Both teams are relying on the big HE to try to clear out some places. Although we need our guy to maybe target these buildings, get more than one kill would be great on them. Maybe we can do something with this Goliath though. I'm trying to smoke out so I can sneakily get it up there. I was gonna try to go for this AVRE if I can. This guy in front of me probably sees it though. Ooh, it's a nice shot. Sturmpanzer. Oh, there's a flamer. I don't know if the flamethrower will take it out. I'm trying to dodge and weave. The AVRE puts us out of our misery. We got so close. Got another Shrek team up. We'll move that. I believe the Goliath just went off. Either way, though, but I don't think it did much damage. Oh, no, it's still there. I see it. That must have been him. I think he killed one of his own guys. That's not a good shot. It shouldn't. Should not miss. We are going to get this Shrek up. There's a ton of infantry that just flooded in. Maybe we can sneak by them. And we have the Citron in front. Oh, lucky AVRE. Try to heal up and then maybe make another push. We do have two AT guys here though, if we do this one. He missed again. I'm gonna try once more as the AVRE is pushing us. Trying to get a cheap shot in the Brumbar. We do get it. Think we either crew stunned or turreted it maybe. But I want to get my officer away from the stern panzer, yeah. Second AT guy puts another shot in. Looks like we must have done some big damage. He gets a nice shot on that one, taking out some reinforcements coming in. The AVRE is still up though. I don't know. Maybe its gun is down. Definitely is tracked at the very least. So hopefully the gun is down, the turret's down, and then Stern Panzer can just easily finish it off. There's a Piat coming up though. Oh, just gets us. Car 98 here. This guy's just gonna bob and weave. So we're gonna Faust the fucker. Reminds me of Rob's. Maybe the battles. But yes, Rob's is one of the devs. And by battles, I mean one of the engagements between Stern Panzer and Churchill, AVRE. Pull in some of the Gebergs. These guys should hopefully boost up our cap weight. Nice shot again. And I'm gonna try to sneak in this officer into this house, maybe if I can. We really need to boost up this this hold of ours in the center. So an officer should do it. But they are now making a concentrated push over here. We kind of got a little bit distracted, but looks like the barbed wire is up decently far. We're gonna pull over a couple guys to this flank just to make sure we can defend. Staghound is also rolling up, so I'm trying to get the AT guy over there, but I also don't want to leave this officer just kind of sitting randomly in this building out in the middle. And we're gonna try to get some more pioneers up here. Bring over the 2 centimeter to try to help out in this flank. Our Shrek guy went down. He might have been able to do something against that Staghound though. But now there is a second squad pushing us. Nice rifle grenade. Does some damage there. So they're weak. Couple down. We're gonna get those 2 guys in and then barbed wire off this entrance. That way they can't push here. They are sneaking through up ahead. Looks like there might be a hole where the barbed wire is, unfortunately. Crusader AA appears to be coming over this way, so that's not good. Well, we do have extra boys here, so hopefully we can defend this point. The unfortunate thing is neither of these buildings really have the most effective windows to provide fire. So you kind of got to either dig in on your own or like man these walls. But I'm going to try to get a couple guys out further down on this wall to get some flanking fire. They are coming all in here now. And there's even a couple guys, looks like prone on the other side of this wall, which is not good. 251's going into the guys that are running up though. really maybe pull that thing up, and I'm nervous. There's an AT grenade behind the wall. Pop these guys up. Second nade, deal with them both. Just one. He's smoking out, and I'm trying to time a nade in the back line for where he's coming. So we were just a little early. Trying to run up with the 18 nade. But we get gunned down. Unfortunate. We'll send up a Fusilier squad to reinforce. Try to get maybe some rifle nades over the wall as he's coming. And look, because of the barbed wire, he's pushing all the way down here now to where we've got other guys waiting. So there's the entrance that he can kind of run through. And he's running right into the trap. So we decimate that squad. Bruh. Indeed, bruh. Crusader AA fires over the Bocage, takes out the 251. He's gonna try to steal the ammo before that thing went up. Pulling over the AT. And it looks like now he's backing off. We're gonna pull up a Jagdpanzer IV early from the DP buy. Get it up there to kind of counter. I don't really have much that can do with the Staghound. It's bunching up behind this wall. We'll see, maybe we can get a AT nade over. Oh, I think it got stuck. Unfortunate. That would have been a nice juicy nade. We'll get this one though, I bet. We're gonna pull back the 2 centimeter to reinforce over here. Fantastic. Man, we got a nice big hole in between our lines here. Not good. So I'm going to tell this guy to dig some large foxholes back to the point, because we are starting to lose our defensive cover. There's another AVRE coming up. Hopefully the Brumbar can deal with that. Yeah, we're going to kind of keep the 2 centimeter over there for now. We're going to try to get a little crazy with the Jagdpanzer because I don't know where the Crusader A is. And I don't think they have really anything over here that can effectively deal with this, other than maybe Fiat. We're going to try to take this fight, get the stag first. We do. Half track's going to be out in the open. Should be able to easily finish him off if we can fire over the wall. Oh man, that sucks. AVRE takes out our officer on the point, so they knew where it was. They knew it was the back building. We do have Gebrigtjäger laying around that we can get in though. We got a long hill to climb here. They're still hovering at... How does that nade not do anything, man? Hovering at 750 roughly for them. 378 for us. They're almost at the 30-minute mark. Brumbar takes out the other AVRE. Well, he's decrewed. Looks like he had used something to blow a hole in the wire here, so he does now have a clean path in. Little guy laying behind this wall, run around and Faust him. Couple guys, oh my god, alright. And we do hit tier 3. Yeah, there we go. That's a good nade. So, tier 3 time. We're managing to negate the center at the very least. And we're holding on for dear life on this side. This is going to be a long one. We'll pull up some Gebrigtsäger onto this flank. Do not want to give it up. And we'll move over this engineer. Or not. 2 centimeters, probably a better idea. We'll smoke out in the center, and we're going to try to actually dig in over here now. There should be... I have it in my hockey. I don't know why I'm not clicking it. We'll be able to put a trench there, and we're going to try to dig the trench and then get another officer prone. We can go with the Ferdinand, but the Brumbar has pretty much been able to do most of the anti-tank work that we needed so far. Might go with the Nebel. That might be a good buy. They're out the infantry in the center points. Calling out a plane. I think it's a bomb, but it might just be a recon. Yeah, it's a recon. Got a Bren rushing in. We do have a Faust. There's 2 Brens rushing in. We got one of them down. The other one is coming up now, though. Gebrigtsäger just making it to the point. Hail of Faust. That's all of them, so that's unfortunate. All 3 Faust go. Now we have yet another one coming. He's also repairing the Staghound in the distance. He rushed a shot, missed the Stag. Pulling up the 2 centimeters to try to help over here. This guy, I wish the AI would sometimes realize that there are juicy targets for nades. We'll throw a couple nades over. Get hopefully a couple there. We halted the other Bren. A couple of these guys have 18 nades. See if we can get a cheeky one over. We do. You take it out. Very nice. We're steadily dropping their point value total. They're now down to 674, but they do have mid under their control. It's more of just the air is up. Fast recon infantry. So we'll get to this point very quickly. You have the Crusader AA coming back over. We were pulling back, unfortunately, with the Jagdpanzer. We missed our opportunity to get a nice shot there. He's kind of in a bad position now. He's not going to be able to move this without dying. Like, trying to get out of here. And we can fire over, thankfully, because that thing has such a tall turret. Turret it. He's pulling up now. Trying to get out of our line of sight. He's gonna be stuck behind this this hedgerow, unfortunately for him. Center is an absolute mess, as there is a 3rd aviary. Trying to see where we can build maybe another trench in the point, but there's not gonna be many options. So now there's some artillery coming out as well. So we do pull in the Nebelwerfer, not really to counter battery, but more so to just kind of clear the point. They're going to go already to clear the point. We're going to clear the point as well. KBRE is still blocking away at us. And he's still got boys behind this wall, so I'm gonna spam some nades. I want to try to push him back and reoccupy this this field. Get to the other side. Because if we can do that, we might be able to get some AT nades over the wall or over the hedge to potentially take out the Crusader. But none of these guys really have AT nades, so I'm trying to find a Brit AT nade, and we do. He's recrewing this thing at the same time. And he's trying to nade us, trying to protect it. We do get a nade off. Looks like we do hull break it. Looks like he got the stag hound back up, which is fine. We're gonna set up the neb. It's the lighter rocket variant, so this isn't gonna do much damage to armor or anything like that. We're going to set up a big trench kind of on the far side of this point. And we're also moving the 2 centimeter kind of over to this field. But they're actually coming the other way. Which is slightly unfortunate for us. But they are going to run into some barbed wire. And some crossfire on some MGs as they come in. Move the Ag Panzer up. Try to get around. Maybe take some shots at the Stag Hound in the distance. And we move the 2 centimeter up to get some flank shots as well. There is a flamer here that we have to be careful of. A 18-8 on him. I'm trying to get a nade on this other juicy target. Big clump. You never want to clump up your guys like this. Ugh. One guy. Nah, 3 guys. Not the worst. Hang on, he's going for the 2 centimeter. We do take him off. This guy says he hates battle zones, takes way too long. But in theory, this is less than a domination game so far. So it's kind of one and the same. I think it just feels longer because it's more of a grind in the center and the points aren't really going up. Sherman. Firefly gets a nice shot. Engines us. Yeah, but we take him out, his turret, before he can do any more damage. I can understand this guy's frustration, though. I mean, they've been sitting at around 700 to 800 for pretty much the entire game. We've been sitting around 300 for like 20 minutes. First volume that we put back for fireflies. Or the one firefly, just try to do something. We don't do much. Again, 15 centimeter, not gonna do anything really. Brumbar does go down, which is unfortunate. That thing was doing work in the center, but pretty much now opened up. Probably not the best for close range support. He's asking if he should go Sturm or King. I would go Sturm. Yeah, they don't really have much to counter it if you can just sit it behind a throw, a Bacage, and just fire over. .180 of Sturm, I believe. So he should be able to set back behind some cover. He shouldn't have to get up close and expose himself. Just to at least nuke the other side of the midpoint. And we'll tell him just to keep it back for now. Behind the hedge is what I'm thinking, because they won't be able to do much if he does position it in this area. And knowing how Sky feels, yeah, they'll probably quit at this rate if we keep this up. Now kind of made the middle to our advantage, and they're not really able to get anywhere. Really, instead of the trenches, I should likely be building sandbags in the back. I think trenches are good on points, because then you can kind of hide better officers in them, as well as obviously take up positions. So like that's probably a good place for it. But otherwise, I'd probably recommend doing sandbags instead, the big sandbags, because those are better value for the number that you can get out, the cover they provide, and they're quicker. Much quicker. But we're going to pull in some Jaeger, get them set up in the trench, a couple of them in the point as well. So we'll try to flip it yet again. It might be nice for our teammate to put some pressure on their home point now. I feel like he might be able to do something over there, but he still hasn't really made a push after the beginning. Telling him we really just have to keep funneling. He doesn't have to go for counter RD for their RD. I'd almost rather him just keep buying infantry than waste MP. Red dot on the map, maybe a bugged officer death or something. I don't know. I don't see anything. The Piat just sitting in the middle. And we're really clearing out this point now. Not a lot of places for them to hide because of the Aviary Sturmpanzer battle that's kind of played out here. So he's gonna save, save the Sturm. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, they're likely very close to their push in. Could get another Nebel if I wanted to. Still got 80 DP because of how cheap some of the stuff is in this doctrine. Oh, I can't believe that nade misses. Higher health infantry just tanking nades, man. He's pointing out an officer, which it is. That guy was probably meant to be laying down. He gets a nice nade on it, thankfully, so that's huge. A big clump of infantry here. We try to get a nade off in time, but they do spread out a little bit, but then they go back in. Ooh. Couple. Could have been more. Again, these high health infantry just kind of tanking shots. Trying to sneak as many guys in on the left of this trench as I can, which is not a good idea, but we just kind of need the infantry in this point. We're both just trying to throw as many nades as we can to take this point, this right side of it out. We haven't really been able to push further up, which has been kind of our downfall. Kind of both teams' downfall at this point. And we're starting to pull it back. Now they're back to a 759 advantage, and we are at almost 450. So we're slowly chipping away here. Nice shot on that RD right into the trench. Does destroy the trench. Doesn't kill both guys, but does take it out at least. We do just have to hold and we will have it, yeah. The writing is on the wall for them. We got another recon plane coming in. Not much to worry about in terms of it, but it is going to spot. Probably the Sturm, unfortunately. Setting up the Neville for the next barrage. Hopefully he's got AA. I can take it out. He does. Oh, man, almost kills us. There's another AVRE out. He's got infantry coming in. We're going to try to time this. Damn. Oh, get a decent shot there, though. Trying to clear out quite a bit. Wasn't the worst shot. He's short with his arty, counter arty. AVRE takes out our trench, unfortunately. But we'll pull up more Gebirgsjäger. We're sitting on 1,000 MP right now, so we've got plenty to buy if we need to and keep going. And we'll bring up another Goliath as well. Why not? Our sneaky lanes are kind of falling apart though, so Sturm Morser gets a nice kill on the AVRE. These guys are funny. Yeah, apparently a direct impact, I would say, for sure. 35. I guess that's the cost of the AVRE. I don't even know. So cheap. No wonder they've been able to spam them. Looks like this guy is trying to repair this thing yet again. Throw a nade on the guy repairing it. Oh, there's another guy around here as well. Man, really? That doesn't kill him? That does nothing. We'll gun him down. Gun down the other one. And we're gonna pull out the TNT, blow this thing up. It's got a Piat here as well. Teammate just realized I can get Goliath. Where has he been? Busy microing. Yeah, I'm telling we failed 3 times to really do anything with it. Which, I think it's only been 2. Been 2 or 3. But we are failing miserably with it, that is for sure. Let's mark on the RD. A little busy mark right here. I was gonna do it, but I didn't even really see it. Just trying to spam as many nades as I can to clear these guys out and get the Nebel back up, because it should be reloaded. And micro the Goliath. God, somebody. See the RD on the mini map, but I'm a little busy, so he marks it for himself. We're gonna try with Goliath. I see a big juicy target at the end of the street. Could also run over some of these guys, but he missed. Take an 18 aid from a guy laid down. Oh, fail yet again. Oh, but it does go off. Something did it. They got quite a few. I don't know why that one goes off and none of the others do when they're damaged. Maybe it's like internal components or something. Defensive flanks. Well, yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Marking again for the RD. Another net barrage. Holding on strong. Pretty much able to bring this back now. Nice barrage there. Counter battery. And as we're asking if he gives up, Sky rages. Perfect timing. So that is it. We'll fast forward as we just played it out to the end. We did win. Here's the scores. Hope you guys enjoyed this fun one. We made it work, Beast. That was for you, brother.